Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Cinema Circle, the show where we talk and do movie reviews of all your favorite releases coming out of Hollywood. The show that is for the fans, by the fans. I'm your host for today, Mr. Zander VonJevy, and joining me as usual is Kiki S. Breezy.
Hey everyone.
Patricia Rastrulo.
Hey.
Anthony Hunos.
What's up, guys?
And joining us for the first time is Mitch McEwan.
Hello.
Hey Mitch.
Hello, everyone.
Alright, today we are talking about the end-all be-all of all things movies. We're talking about the man himself, Thanos. We're talking about Iron Man. We're talking about Cap, Falcon, Vision, Spider-Man. We're talking about it all. So let's go. Let's check it out.
Perfectly balanced. As all things should be. I hope they remember you.
Alright, so we're back. I just want to give a fair warning to everybody out there. If you have clicked on this title, it means that you have seen the movie and you are ready to listen to what we have to say about it. This is going to be a spoiler-heavy review. If you have not seen the movie, please go check out one of our other videos and come back to it later. So, without further ado, Patricia! We're going to start off with the good. Yes, I'm going to let you go first just because, you know, you've been dying for this movie. So let's give us the good.
Okay, so this movie, I had very high expectations for, and it blew my mind. Like, I think I knew it was gonna be good, but it was just one of the best movies I've ever seen. The characters, the timing, the villain Thanos, and his whole army, amazing. We don't usually get that in Marvel films, and this surpassed everything. Even everyone that I thought was gonna die didn't die, and I'm not mad about it either. The people that did die, just oh my god, I can't. This movie was just blow my mind. I feel really heavy right now because it takes you through so many emotions, and the movie itself was 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 36 minutes. Didn't even feel like that at all. Yeah. At the end of the movie, when I'm gonna say it, when you find out who died and everything, and then the movie just ended, silence. The whole theater was silent. What movie does that? I don't think any movie has ever done that. Just blew my mind. I wanted 20 out of 10. Surpass that. 100 out of 10. I don't know. It's just amazing. Everyone should go see it.
Mitch, this is your first time on Cinema Circle. I am anxious to hear what you have to say about Infinity War. Please give us your good about this movie.
Thank you for having me, by the way. Thank you all for inviting me. I really loved the movie. It was fantastic. I had high expectations because I'm a new recent Marvel fan because I had to catch up to watch all these movies, but I thought it was fantastic. All the little different storylines that were going on throughout the entire story and in the movie, they were all fantastic, and how they all connected with each other, it was perfectly done, I thought. The villain, Thanos, kicked ass.
Mm-hmm.
He's been the best villain so far. And all the characters. I'm happy with who survived. I'm also a little bit of who died. I'm a little sad, but I think low-key shouldn't have died. But that's my personal opinion. I knew he was gonna die. Everyone knew he was gonna die, but it was my favorite character coming out here. But Thor, at least he's still alive. I still got Thor. Still got the other brother. So, so that's my favorite part is that Thor survived.
Kiki.
So with heavy hearts, I am in mourning. But at the same time, I did say Falcon was gonna die. I said Spider-Man is gonna die, but that was a premature death. Mm-hmm. You know what? This movie, it really appealed to me personally. I felt the emotions that they're all going through, and it felt real. It felt authentic. They really felt like they were screwed. And Thanos' entrance, every single time he entered the scene, you could feel his presence. When he killed Loki in the beginning, when he just grabbed him and just broke his neck, and Loki's last words, you could feel it, it was powerful. And while Thor is powerless, wrapped up in the metal, you could feel that he was hurting, everybody was hurting in this movie. And then there was always a still moment, and then boom, action, somebody's getting stabbed. And it was very unexpected, like unlike Marvel's typical setup for a fight and then like afterwards, like their typical climax and then ending. You just had no idea what was gonna happen. Even when Wanda and Vision were in Europe, or wherever they were, and he got stabbed, that just came out of nowhere. Like they're having a personal moment, you know, watching the news, and then boom, it's the action's like right at their front door. This movie, it was just so good. Like everything about it was good. The jokes were good. Everything. So,
Anthony, you are a DC man coming into this Marvel universe. What was your excitement level for this movie, and let us know what your good was.
Excitement level. I mean, when the beginning came up and you saw the Marvel Studios and you saw like the number 10, I was already like nervous there. Like my heart was already racing. I think the best part of the movie for me, and is the biggest thing that I wanted, was emotion. Throughout the whole thing, my eyes were just stuck on the screen. Like every time you would pass me candy, I'd be like, sure, no. Like, I couldn't take my eyes off the screen, and that was really good. I think as sad as I am that Bucky died and that Spider-Man died and all of that, that's what I wanted. I wanted the people that I cared for to die, and I'm glad that happened to them. And I think the best part too is the pacing. There was never a moment where I felt like, pacing, it's dragging, or you know, like it was good. It was the action was there where it needed to be, and then the calm moments were there where you needed it to be. So I think it was really good.
My favorite parts of the good of this movie for me was definitely the fact that they were able to fit all these characters into one film and give everybody their due, their shine, and their screen time. I don't think any character had any less of what they were supposed to do. Everybody was used well. I really like the fact that they based the whole thing off of Thanos. And Thanos wasn't just your badass villain that, I'm just going to come and kill everything. Like, he actually had a purpose. A purpose, a cause, and reasoning. And he thinks that he's right. He actually feels like he's doing a good thing. And why I say that is because it's actually proven. Because Gamora was, like, I guess wherever Gamora was from, her planet is now prospering because of the destruction that Thanos did. So he really feels like he's actually doing something good because he's seen the benefit of what he's doing. So that to me is definitely exciting. The fact that no matter what, he feels like he's doing it for the better cause. I love the fact that he did get all 6 stones. I wasn't expecting that. That was good.
And he got them quickly too.
Real quick. They wasted no time with that. I also like the fact that they you guys mentioned the Hulk. I love the fact that he got his ass handed to him right in the opening sequence, and he was too scared to come back. I never thought, this whole time I was saying, okay, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, and Hulk are going to be the ones that we need on our team to, help them fight Thanos. But Hulk got beat the fuck up, and he was just like, I am not doing this again. And so they had to wait, they had to do something else. They had to come up with another plan of action.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on something about what Tony said. I thought the emotion was really good throughout the entire movie, except for when some of them were dying. I didn't like how Black Panther just kind of disappeared, and you didn't feel it. You didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. And it was just so quick. And Bucky, I did feel it was quick, but at least he said. He said Steve. I think he said Steve.
Yeah.
At least he had that, and I felt that. But there was a couple characters I feel like they just died, and it was just so quick, and I just couldn't.
I will say though, I think that was probably their intention, because as soon as the movie ended, you're like, what the fuck? That's it. Like they just disappeared like that. And I think that was probably their intention, to make us feel like just out of nowhere, bam, your favorite character is gone.
They didn't give us too much.
I think it was more of a shock value. Like, some people had the emotional attachment, and then the other people was like, what? You guys really just did that? Like, you guys really just killed Black Panther. You know what I mean? The one that I loved the most was definitely Spider-Man. That one hurt me. Yeah. That one touched me the most. I really felt not only just what he was saying, but the fact that he's just a kid. And it shows like he's there to have... He's there just because he wants to help, and he's also having fun while doing it, because he thinks that, as a naive kid and who has powers, he thinks that he's, he's up there and he can just do anything. And he just
became an Avenger.
Right, his head right now is big.
That's why Tony probably said that line. It's because they knew later on we were gonna lose him, so he gave him that official
Yeah,
you're
that
an
he was
Avenger
an
now.
Avenger. Yeah.
I think that was how it was written.
Bittersweet,
I
yeah.
think they knew
Yeah.
they wanted everyone to have
sure.
Spider-Man become an Avenger, so
Yeah.
I think they just threw that in
Threw
there.
it in quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what that was. But I also think Doctor Strange, I loved how he played that, where he knew by saving, once Tony got stabbed, no one wanted him to really survive, but except for Doctor Strange, he was the only one, because he knew, he saw the end game, and he was the only one that could actually see anything.
Yeah.
He sacrificed all those people because he knew there was only one way to do it,
Yeah.
and he's the only one that knew. So I like Doctor Strange a lot in this movie.
Can we talk about his growth? Like, it was such a growth for a character who's only
Spider-Man?
had Doctor Strange. For a character who's only had one movie. If you watched his movie, that is not him. Like when we when we know him as just the Doctor, right?
Yeah.
Doctor Stephen
I
Strange.
think that comes out so strongly because it's Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like in terms of the character, like he is
Yeah.
really owning the fact that he is a guardian of whatever it is
Yeah.
that
The
he's,
stone,
he
yeah.
is a sorcerer and he takes it mad serious. And I like the fact that they split up the Avengers.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Some of them have not seen each other yet,
Yeah.
and they have not all fought together.
Yeah,
So like,
Tony Stark didn't get to make the call to
Yes.
Steve Rogers, and then we see
Oh.
the cell phone on the floor.
To add on to what you were saying, though, I like that they split them up because you watch this movie and you're like, how are they going to top it for part 2? And that's what they're going to do. They're going to have them all together for the first time because we didn't see them all together in this one.
Yeah.
So I
and
think
they
that
had a
was
good
one part
group.
of it.
How they split them up,
It was pretty even.
Yeah, it was-
like
it was
Thor,
pretty
Doctor
nice,
Strange,
yeah.
Strength-wise, yeah.
it was really good. This was the one movie that we because every time I feel like they always dumb down Scarlet Witch's powers because she's better than all of them. Right? And she can overpower
She's
all of
stronger,
them. She's way stronger than all of them. And this was the one movie that we actually needed her, and she was actually able to showcase what she could do.
Yeah.
And I feel like they gave everyone an appropriate amount of screen
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I think they did. Some got more than others,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but because I mean
Like
they
where it
needed
was
to.
needed, yeah.
Yeah, because like Gamora got a lot of screen
Yeah.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was
But
necessary.
you
Yeah,
had
it was
to,
necessary.
Because her relationship with
Right.
Thanos.
I will say too, just to add, Zoe Saldana did such a good job too. That scene where she stabbed Thanos, even though it wasn't real,
Yeah.
but that scene, I
Felt
felt
it.
it, man. When she started crying,
Yeah.
she did such a good job, and I never really felt that way about Gamora. I never cared
Yeah.
for her before, but watching this movie, I was like, you know what?
I
feel for her
really
character.
liked their chemistry, Gamora and Thanos.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
I loved their chemistry.
You can tell that Thanos really cares for her.
Yeah.
See, I don't know why I didn't feel it as much. Like I felt her and him, but for like his feelings towards her, I don't know. I don't.
Maybe
know
because
why I
you
didn't
know
feel
that he has a more like,
motive, yeah.
Yeah,
Like he
more of a
his plan
motive.
was always to kill her.
Yeah.
Right.
but he didn't know that he had to kill her.
Was
He
she? I
just
think
found
she.
out.
Well, she knew.
She knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knew.
Her relationship with Nebula, I love it.
Yeah,
it's
those
been
were
growing
really
Oh,
good.
that was so good. That scene
Yeah.
when she's
I don't
like
care for their
torturing her.
relationship.
Oh,
I don't
I thought
either.
it was so good.
The Guardians, I don't really care too much about, but I think in this movie, because the stakes were so high, I feel like it made me want to care for them. Rocket was.
Groot is dead,
And
guys.
Groot is gonna survive.
coming
He's
back.
got his arm cut off,
Yeah.
and he's gonna come back. He's gonna grow.
He's gonna come back as baby Groot.
I hope
gonna
it's
come
not
back.
baby. I hope he comes back straight
Oh, I hope
teenager.
I love baby Groot.
I'm pretty sure there is a lot of other good things that we could say about this movie, and I'm pretty sure we could be talking about this for like 3-4 hours, where we have to move on to the bad. So I'm gonna start with Mitch. What was the bad about this movie for you?
The bad. There wasn't much of it. Again, I was saying the emotion during the dying scenes. The bad. Yeah, I don't have anything. I don't think. I really liked it. I really don't think there was that much bad. We were sitting in the theater. I think the sound could have been a little better, but I don't know if that's really their fault.
No.
Right.
But that's pretty much it. I really liked it. A little more low key.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Patricia?
One that I can think off the top of my head is Vision being human. Was that explained? I don't know. Was that?
Oh no, it was
explained?
never
True, it wasn't.
explained.
Like, because
I'm gonna go ahead and say because Vision has like all these powers or whatever, he just kind of shifted
Masked
himself.
himself,
Yeah.
yeah.
masked
Yeah.
it.
Like
Because
I
he
think-
didn't even see his stone,
Yeah.
so he just masked it.
I
Well,
was
you see it
confused.
in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And then when they're on the street, you don't see it
yeah.
again.
I think,
I think
honestly
they-
it's just a mask thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
He
Like,
might have
'cause
been
he shifted.
controlling it too. It's
Yeah.
been 5 years,
Yeah.
so you might have
Maybe.
learned.
I think
how
they
to
could have
control it.
like mentioned it. Also, I don't like. I love Thanos in the movie and stuff. I just found his head really small.
I thought his head was big.
I don't.
I
but
thought
look,
his
I guess
chin. He had a
proportion,
big chin.
proportion wise, like when you look at his whole body, his head looks so tiny. But like when they showed face shots of him, it was fine. But like every time they
compared
showed
to his body,
every time they showed him, like, why is his head so small? I like this. It's so funny. I don't know.
Anthony,
So
I wish I got more Groot. I felt like he was a throwaway character in this one, and that was obviously intentional. They're saving him for maybe later on, but I feel like we could have got more of him, other than him just sitting down playing his video game like he doesn't give a fuck. I think they could have used him more, and also just to add into the Thanos look, I wish he was bigger. I wish he was bigger than Hulk instead of the same size. The good thing is his presence was strong enough that his size didn't matter, but if I were to change it, I would say he should be bigger. But that's it.
The Thanos should be bigger.
Yeah, the
Hulk.
Thanos should be bigger.
For me, it's a tough one because I feel like I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Because of my rating, I can't say there was anything bad about it.
For me, I'm just gonna say I don't know.
I have to watch it again.
I have to watch it
to
again.
Pick it apart like that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there was at some points of the movie, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, okay, you guys are being a little bit repetitive, just a little bit, like talking about, oh, I want to wipe out half of the universe. Okay, I get it. Everybody's been saying it. Everyone said it. Oh, he's gonna. Vision said it. Gamora said it. He said it. Everybody said it. Like it's just like, okay, I got it. He wants to wipe out half of the universe. To me, that's not scary, right? So you only need to say it once, because when you say I want to wipe out everybody, that's scarier to me. So if you say that you only want to wipe out half, then you just need to say it once, because you saying half, it means that some people are gonna survive anyways, right? So I don't know. That was it for me. But like some people like Captain America, I don't feel should have been able to hold his hand.
That felt a little
like when he got punched.
I think he was
still
playing with him though.
That?
I think that's.
I think it was less of you're a threat to me because none of them are a threat to him.
He kind of threw him away once.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay. He threw away everyone. Like he just went like that to everyone.
But he did have that look when Cap was holding his hand. Thanos had a look.
Right, he was surprised. I think he was surprised that he was holding it, and then he just kind of like
threw
him away. I think if Ant-Man was there, it would have been over for Thanos.
Actually, you know, maybe that's another thing. The whole time I was
said that on the last one.
I was waiting. I was like, "Where's Ant-Man? I want him to pop in somewhere."
Right, and they mentioned.
And they didn't need him. I know they didn't need him,
him.
but I kind of wish he was there for at least something. For something.
Yeah.
I don't care for Hawkeye, but Ant-Man should have been there. That's my boy. So.
He wasn't even mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, he was.
No, they mentioned it. Oh, there's an Ant-Man and a Spider-Man.
Yeah. Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go down the table and let's give our verdict. We could talk a little bit, like just sum up all your thoughts. If there's anything that you haven't mentioned, good or bad, and then give your rating out of 10. Mitch.
I think I've said it all. I really like the movie. I can't wait for the next one. Hopefully they don't wait too long to release the title of the next movie, because I really, really want to know what it is. I gotta give it a 10 out of 10.
Nice. Patricia?
Oh, I already said it. 100. 100 out of 10. It was so good. Like the pacing was good, the story was good. They surprised us. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted us to come out of the movie like, what the fuck just happened? And it happened. And it happened times 10, where everybody in the theater was just like, no, that can't be the end. Like, the fact that they surprised us with who died, like everybody thought, like all the original cast is alive, all of them.
Yeah.
All the new people are dead.
Avengers.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. So 100.
Anthony?
10 out of 10, man. And I've never given a movie a 10 out of 10. This movie surpassed my expectations. I got all the emotion that I wanted. I got the casualties that I wanted. Not that I wanted those specific people to die, but I got a lot of people dying, and that's what I wanted. And, to have a movie actually make me feel like if they die, that's my family member that dies. The past 10 years, they've, developed this story, and they've actually allowed the audience to watch this movie or these movies to feel this way. And I don't think any other franchise has done that. So 10 out of 10 for me, it was perfect. I don't think there's any flaws at all.
Flawless.
Yeah, it's flawless.
For me, I give it a 10 out of 10. It made me feel for the characters, and also just everything about it was rich. Like, it was full of everything. And I could really appreciate it, because some of the other Marvel movies are lacking, but this one is like a culmination of everybody and all the shit that they've been through up until this point. So, very well done.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie a 10 out of 10 as well.
Just 10 across.
This is the
Yeah.
first. This is the
Yeah,
first
this is
time.
the
Yeah.
first this has ever happened. Honestly, I've been waiting for this movie for 10 years. I've been super excited about it. I cannot wait to see what Marvel has planned next for us. Like, this movie had nothing to do with
Or
business. It
who they
had
were, yeah.
everything.
That's what I love.
Yeah.
It had everything to do with storytelling.
Mhm.
And we don't get that often in movies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we all gave it a 10 out of 10. I'm your host for today, Mr. Scenario Shaquille VonJevy. You're going to have to join us again when we come back. Kiki, tell the people where they can find us.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at cinema_circle. And if you have any questions or you want to email us, talk to us, you can send us an email at cinemacircle1@gmail.com.
All right. Mitch, I want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you all for having me.
Thanks, Mitch.
From everyone here at Cinema Circle, I want you to stay blessed and always keep it 1-0-0.
I thought it was a good movie. It was good to see like the plot overall. I thought it was interesting, and I'm just excited for the next movie.
I still can't believe what happened, and I hate cliffhangers, and yeah, that's it. I don't know.
Like, I knew the people thought I was gonna die already because I'm a psychic, but Marvel, you did a good job. You kept me on my toes. I like how you incorporate everybody together, and I'm semi-speechless.
Legit can't believe that the Wakandan king died. Like, what the hell? But I don't really think they're dead. Like, I feel like they're coming back in like part 2 or something. I don't know.
I'm so sad. I don't know why Captain America died. Ant-Man died too. And Ant-Man.